All right, everybody, welcome to breakfast time here at Max and Howard Drink Beer. I am Max.
And I am Howard.
So, Howard, what craziness are we doing for breakfast today?
You know, we're mixing beers here. We're, well, not beers, but we've talked about doing this for a long time, the Beermosas, and we've been really struggling to chew the Central Waters beer, the Wisconsin Red Ale, and we figured the best way to kind of make that taste a little bit better is to mix that with orange juice and make that a Beermosa. And Max, I don't know if have you had a sip of that yet?
I have not. I've had regular mimosas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is you know,
like drinking candy.
Are always great jalapeno.
Yeah, that's like drinking candy.
So I'm worried about this.
No, this isn't too bad. I like this. You know, it gives the taste. It's a little bit better taste. It's got a little sour taste to it now.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm excited to get more orange juice because we're out of orange juice now. And so
Sam.
Is she
Sam.
home? Is she home?
Orange juice.
Is she
Sam.
here? Sam.
Sam.
Should the podcast just be that?
No, I think people would hunt us down and shoot us with.
They'd probably turn this off. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so yeah, you're into this?
Yeah. I need more orange juice.
Yeah, this is good.
And we should probably get some more of those then to mix with the orange juice.
Yeah, well, maybe not. We'll find something a little better. But anyway, well, the way to make, you know, mimosas anyway, at least the way I've seen them online, is to pour the whole glass of champagne and then a drop of orange juice. So we're pretty close. Not 100%, but I'd say this is a good. I think it was a 65-35 mix, right? You don't think so?
Mm-mm. I'd say 77, 94%.
Okay, all right. I like those numbers. Those are good numbers.
Yeah, those are good numbers. We're doing maths over here.
Yeah, we've been. Yeah, it's hard to do math when you run out of toast. So
especially when you've been drinking all morning. That's why it's breakfast time.
That's right. You bet. So, speaking of 77, 94, hot hike.
Okay.
I was, I got a new job, and I've been...
False start on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Start your story over.
Well, I tell you, we're just on to Cleveland now, and we got a false start, and we'll just go on to Cleveland.
Anyways, new job, Howard.
Yeah, and that gives me a lot of time to think, which is probably not good for my mental health, and it's probably not good for your mental health.
Yes.
But I don't know why I made the correlation, and I have it saved on my phone somewhere, but I have came up with the great idea of comparing quarterbacks to guitarists. And who would be who for
interesting
which person? I had a little bit of fun with that.
Okay, so David Lee Roth, where is he?
He's not a guitarist.
Yeah, totally is.
No
totally guitarist.
Hold
just
on.
like
You're
Sammy Hagar.
You're getting ahead of me.
No,
you're getting ahead of me.
I
don't know though.
James Earl Jones.
Who would be? You know what? David Lee Roth would probably be a Joe Namath type, wouldn't he? I would think he's got the flash. It's not the greatest, but he's up there. I think Joe Namath's up there. So I'll pass this on to you. They did a who's the top 10 quarterbacks in the 1980s. I'll let you take a gander of that. Obviously, the top two are it's Tom Brady and Joe Montana. So those are kind of the top two that they said. There's a couple of interesting picks there.
Where is this? If I click on this,
what? Yeah.
Blake Bortles?
Yeah, that was the one, guys.
What?
So the backstory there.
What is he smoking?
The dude's a Patriots fan, so he didn't pick Peyton Manning. He didn't pick John Elway. So
well,
there you go.
I see that. So they must have had a running.
Right.
Okay. I'm starting to catch up and see what you're doing.
It's a Barstool Sports thing. They do a Barstool Sports thing, and I actually just only use that for reference because I forget all the quarterbacks. Because anything that goes past Brett Favre, they're pointless because he's the greatest of all time. Which leads me to the guitarist I compare Brett Favre to, Jeff Beck. Yeah, see, Max is rolling his eyes. I'm a big Jeff Beck fan. I think he's the best guitarist in the world, and Brett Favre, there's no argument there. He is the best quarterback in the world. Joe Who, Tom Who, it's only Brett Favre because he put on a show. And it was great.
He lived and died by his arm.
That's right. That's the way to do it. And that's why I don't like Aaron Rodgers, because he's not Brett Favre.
Well, right.
I'll tell you a true story.
True story.
My dad, well, he was a big Bears fan, and then he was a big Packers fan because he liked to kind of turn the screws a little bit. But he was betrayed by Brett Favre. He was mad about Brett Favre leaving, and I just liked Brett Favre. So I was a Jets fan. I was a Vikings fan, to the chagrin of my father.
See, so I like the aspect that he left the team to be able to beat his team, to be able to say that he beat all the teams.
Right.
You know, to add that aspect of that, you know, that extra notch in the belt, you know.
So you're shaking your head, no, there is no way he's not like Brett. He's not like Jeff Beck at all.
No, because you're taking one of the top 10 best quarterbacks of all time, and you're putting Jeff Beck, who I barely put in the top 50 guitar players of all time.
Wow, that's rough, because I definitely put him at, because he's very versatile, does a lot of different things with the guitar. Can make
I think Clapton can do everything that Jeff Beck can.
See, and that's funny, because you know who I compare Clapton to? Aaron Rodgers. Because on paper, he should be the best.
And he's really full of himself.
You know? And in real life, I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong. They're very good. But they're no Brett Favre.
So then
Jeff Beck.
Which
leads me to Slash. He's Jay Cutler.
Which all career Jay Cutler, or just at the Bears?
No, all career. Slash overrated.
So, no, because I'd argue he was a solid quarterback everywhere except for the Bears.
Yeah, that's fine. Slash is a solid guitarist, but he's overrated. That's what I say. So, it gets a little deeper. I got a little deeper anyway. I don't know what John Elway would be. That was the one I got stumped on.
Really?
Guitar-wise?
You wouldn't say Jimmy Page?
No, who would I say Jimmy Page? Wait, let me see my... No, Joe Montana would be Jimmy Page. That's what I said. He's one of the best.
Yeah.
I'd say Tom Brady was Jimi Hendrix. You know. Probably one of the best. A little overrated, you know, and you'll never really tell for sure what he could do because he went to Tampa Bay. So, you know, he'll never have a true dynasty that he had with the Patriots because he left. And how many people in football, I can't think of one, that stayed...
So why would you do that? Why wouldn't you go pick a guitarist that didn't stick with his band?
I don't know, because none of them did.
Well, they didn't have to.
I can't think of one quarterback that stuck with the same team, besides Aaron Rodgers, and there's still a lot of time left.
How about the greatest of all time yardage-wise, Dan Marino?
See, and there's one. I couldn't figure him out
He
either.
just never he never won the show. He's never the big-time, sold-out, arena.
I don't know a lot about music, but I don't know a lot about football.
So this is...
So this is just my opinions, and that's what I'm saying, and that's why you know a little bit more about both, and I figured that'd be fun to talk about.
So let's do something here, Howard.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you go on your phone, you pull up top 50 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up top 50 guitarists.
Okay, all right. That's going to be kind of fun.
Let's see. Let's go Rolling Stones.
Ooh.
Because they got top 100.
Okay, yeah.
So
I don't like that list, though.
So you know that they've got like the worst list ever.
Yeah, that was a really bad list.
Nope, I'm not dealing with it. It goes from 100. I want to start with number 1.
It is a really bad list. I read the top 100 drummers and top 100 singers. Yeah, but they do like the Beatles and stuff. They weren't known for their guitars. Top 50 QBs.
All I need, come on, guys. I just need a straight up list.
Yeah, straight up list. Top 50 quarterbacks of all time. But Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana. See, I'd say Joe Montana would be better than Brady and Manning. That's just me personally.
Well, I mean, if you truly wanted to get crazy, then we should argue top guitar players in the era of top quarterbacks.
Oh, see, that's where you lose me. Because if it's since 1980,
yeah,
that changes quite a bit from what I'm used to listening to.
Right.
That would be kind of fun.
You know, this is something we totally should have prepared for.
Yeah, but it was just my idea, and I figured it'd make you laugh a little bit.
It does make me laugh. See,
right, you're looking at that list.
I'm looking
crazy.
at this list, and it's just, you know, because number one, it says Jimi Hendrix. Okay, I don't argue with you. The dude was insane. He was a pioneer.
But he never had the chance to like get bad, like Jeff Beck.
And at the same time, you had him. He was a singer, guitar player.
Yeah.
So you weren't
all right.
you weren't getting the face melting shredding because when it wasn't a thing yet.
Right.
You know, but this is a fun one for it. You got Chuck Berry.
Oh.
You know, notable blues guitarist.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
I didn't even think about him.
That's a fun one. You got Wes Montgomery, who is a hell of a jazz guitar player.
Okay.
So you probably have no clue.
Nope.
And then you've got the King of Blues, BB.
Yep, BB King.
You know, doing all his stuff. And then you know, here's Eric Clapton at number 5. I don't even know whose list this is. I don't know what it's based off of. I didn't read anything to it. Here's a fun one. Brian May from Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on my list too.
You know, do you have a comparable?
No.
What?
No.
Howard, what did you compare? How far
I did
did you get?
I did a lot on the job at work in my head. I even had a matchup for Joe Namath, and I can't for the life of me remember who it was. I think I did Paul Stanley for John Elway because they both have big smiles.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So that's
right.
a fun one.
Right.
Let's see.
Peyton Manning was Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'll give you that one. See, you're shaking your head like, okay, that's pretty good. I can see that.
You weren't gonna do
no.
What's his name?
Nope.
The dude that's in the commercials with him.
No, I wasn't gonna do him. I think Brad Paisley's okay. He's okay though.
Because I mean, you go through that and like, what's his name? I gotta think, because I don't listen to country music at all. So Chet Atkins, that dude.
Okay.
And Brad Paisley.
Oh yeah.
On guitars.
Yeah.
Are unbelievable guitar players.
Okay.
Seriously, like could go and hang with Zakk Wylde and all those guys and just shred.
Yeah, that's true.
But they play country music.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like that's what you get.
Remember when you were gonna play country music?
I'm still gonna play country music.
Really? See, and that's the thing about me. I don't like the new stuff because it's like pop. You know, I like the old
hip hop.
Yeah, pretty much, or R&B or bro country, whatever you want to call it.
So this is something, Howard. I think I'm gonna make a list for you.
Okay.
You know,
I want to see your list.
We'll go through. We'll come back to this a different time
because that's fun. Because we could talk about who's really the best quarterback. Because there is no argument. It's Brett Favre.
I'd argue with you every day of the week.
Yeah, right. And then there's no argument. No, who would be the best guitarist? It's Jeff Beck.
in no way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
no.
and that's why I liked the Brock Betts band because it was very Jeff Becky, very instrumental, very out there.
See, then I don't understand why you're not into Zappa.
I like Zappa.
Zappa is Jeff Beck before Jeff Beck was Jeff Beck.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He would not exist.
With that, do I agree with that? Who came first, the Zappa or the Beck?
It was you. It was actually you.
Well, that's because I tend to finish easily, but that's not the point. Oh man, because Jeff Beck played with Jimmy Page in the Yardbirds, right?
Right.
You know, and, man, Zappa was pretty old by then. You know, I think he was like in his, like 20, 25, 26 by that time, and Beck and Page they were pretty young kids.
All right, so I gotta pause real quick because I found, in backing out of my phone, a comparable list of the 32 starting NFL quarterbacks to hip hop artists.
Okay, I think the game would be to see how many of them sound familiar to us.
So we do not listen to hip hop.
Yeah.
We know very little of it.
Very little of it.
All right, ready for this?
Yeah.
I like this first one.
Let's
so
go.
you got Tom Brady.
Okay.
The big man Tom Brady.
Okay.
Jay-Z. Got Jay-Z.
He's the number one hip hop.
They have, well, I don't think it's a number one. I think it's comparing all the starting quarterbacks to hip hop people.
Okay.
So
yeah, but Tom Brady would be number one in the top 32. Anyway, okay, Jay-Z.
So Jay-Z, because they've both risen from major underdogs in their respective backgrounds to rise to the top of the food chain.
They did?
Apparently.
Tom Brady did?
Oh yeah, Tom Brady was one of the later picks in the draft, and he had that chip on his shoulder the whole year.
Okay. I couldn't even tell you a Jay-Z song.
All right, this is better because clearly this is an old list.
Yeah.
Because the next quarterback is Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Who hasn't played for a couple years.
Sure. Is he on? He was on Denver at that time, or
I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything.
Oh.
But Nas.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
No. Isn't that the guy that took his horse down the old dirt road?
Oh, dude, you're gonna love this one.
Okay.
You're gonna love this one.
Okay.
So your good pal Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Right. Drake.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
like that.
that's a good one.
I actually hate Drake. He's a
We're getting
Raptors
better.
fan.
We're getting better here.
Okay.
We're getting better. So the fourth one on this list is Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, he's fourth?
Are you ready for this?
Yikes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Kanye West.
Why?
I don't
What
know.
does it say?
If there's anybody who considers themselves kings of speaking out publicly, then Phillip Rivers is the quarterback who sits on that throne.
Phillip Rivers? Really?
Apparently.
Ugh. And now he's on the Colts.
Apparently it is based off of the fact that Rivers in the past has called out his own fans, other quarterbacks, and even stat categories that he doesn't like.
Really? Huh.
I remember some of the stat categories that, like, he had a poor stat in something, and he's just, I don't understand why that exists. It shouldn't exist.
Okay. He sucks now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This list is getting better.
Okay.
Michael Vick.
Okay. Wow, this is an old list.
So now we're looking at this. Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne pets dogs, though.
It's true.
Michael Vick eats dogs. I think that's how that works.
So they put him as Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne was at the top of his game before he got incarcerated in 2010.
Lil Wayne?
As Michael Vick was the top of his game before he got arrested.
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna scroll through and see if there's other people we know. Okay, apparently Drew Brees is Eminem.
Because they're both white?
I'm assuming so. Let's see here.
I guess.
Apparently because he was labeled an underdog, and who could take him down? Nobody. Who that? Drew Brees.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Okay, so
what are some of the names that you're reading? That you're like, no idea who that is.
Let's see. I got Matt Schaub as Q-Tip. I barely remember Matt Schaub. So
yeah, right. Falcons?
No, because the one before that's Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
and B.O.B.
Schaub. Yeah, I don't ring any bells.
Texans.
Yeah, that's probably why it doesn't ring any bells.
All right.
Q-Tip.
I'm looking for it. Okay, this is gonna be the last one we're gonna go through because it's got Mark Sanchez.
Okay, yeah,
Okay?
this is an old list.
Our good buddy Mark Sanchez when he was doing his stuff. It looks like with the Jets, and they compared him to Nicki Minaj.
Okay, because the butt.
It's clearly has to be
Because of the butt fumble. Every time she fumbles, her butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she fumbles her butt fairly often. I wonder when this list was from.
Yeah.
This 2011.
Wow.
So that that shows when you
That's 10 years ago.
when it goes down the rabbit hole.
I was graduated by the time that list came out. Man, 2011. Dude, do you remember I think the Packers won the Super Bowl and they were on their way. They were going to have an undefeated season. They lost to one team, the Chiefs. And they went to the playoffs. They had the bye, and they went to the playoffs and lost that first fucking game.
Yeah, no,
dude, they had such an easy schedule, and they've been a joke ever since.
Yep.
Oh, man, don't even get me started. That was a crazy season. The one game I watched, Max, that was the one they lost.
Oh, so it's all your fault.
It is all my fault, and that's what happens every single time. Every time I watch anything, they lose. That's what happens.
Well, you just have to root for, like the referees to win or something.
No, that's a terrible idea. So I'm looking at this too. Looking at all this list. Whoever came up with this, I think this is based off of like all the facts.
Yeah.
Let's see. They got Johnny Unitas at number 9. Yeah, nodding his head like, okay, that's cool. Bart Starr. Aaron Rodgers is 12. Bart Starr is 15.
Really? So they just gave them their numbers on the list?
Well, that actually would make sense. Was Troy Aikman number 17?
No.
Was Joe Namath 18?
I don't think so. You're getting a little old for me.
Yeah, maybe. Terry Bradshaw was number 20. Interesting.
I still argue Terry Bradshaw. I think he was more of a product of his team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he'll even say some of those games his team just dragged him through it. To have like Too Tall Jones and Mean Joe Green.
Yep.
The Steel Curtain.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
It's easy to win games when the defense doesn't allow the other team to score.
And I think that's what makes, the current Bucs so cool. They got such a good team. It's not just the one guy. All of them are really good. Here's where I'll argue with you all day long. Donovan McNabb at 27. Way too high. He should be at like 101.
No, man. That dude carried the team himself.
When he wanted to.
Right, when he wanted to, but he was still.
When he didn't, he blowed goat's groats. Terrible. He was so bad. We played for what? After Michael Vick kicked him out of Philly, he made an embarrassment out of him. He went to what? I think he went to Washington for sure.
Yep.
I think he went to the Vikings, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he was in Minnesota for a year or something.
And then he backed people up too.
But that's what it was. That's where he was at in his career. You got to remember when he was playing, they were there like I think it was 4 or 5 straight championship games. They just couldn't get over that.
Yeah.
And that year that they had T.O., that pushed them to that level to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think every other team. What are the other? It's Eagles. I can't remember.
Well, you don't have to remember. That's why we live in the age of the internet.
I can't even remember that division. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That's my votes. He should at least be lower than Archie Manning. At the very least, he should be lower than Michael Vick. They got him at like 48. I think that kind of sucks.
Well, but the argument of Michael Vick is the evolution of the quarterback. There,
yeah.
He was a runner. So when you're going to go sack, for example, if you're going in there and you're going to sack Peyton Manning, the likelihood of him getting away from you is slim to none.
Right.
But Michael Vick, you go in, you got him, and all of a sudden he slips right through your fingers.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that's where you see that modern quarterback has that ability now.
Peyton Manning really was a pocket player.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem is with all these scrambling quarterbacks, you haven't really seen too many people that can throw the ball.
Tim
That's
Tebow was a runner.
that's why if you see like Patrick Mahomes right now,
yeah.
that's what his big deal is that dude has the mental capacity to play the game.
Yep.
And he can throw the ball.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. He's pretty physical.
All right, Howard. It looks like you're almost done with your drink there. So let's get back to that.
For the first time.
Tell me what you thought.
For the first time, Max, I finished a drink before you on this program, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, but you gave the all right. I'm done with this drink.
No, I'm ready for more, but I'm out.
Yeah.
I think you and me could talk about football all day long. There's so many different there's so many different times that we've talked about football just sitting at the bar,
So, where do you rate it? The Beermosa.
That was good. It took a 1.5 beer and it made it into a 2.5 beer very easily. So I'd say this is another 2.5er. I'm going to go a little crazy, actually. I lied. I think it's going to be a 2.75er. But just because it gave it that much more flavor than it didn't originally have before. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Where would you rate it?
I'd probably put it right in the middle.
Yep.
At a 3.
There you go. Okay.
I believe technically we took this ale. We had an orange juice, which means we made our own rattler.
Yeah, that could be.
Right? Rattlers with juice. So I put it at a 3, right in the middle.
Yeah, 2.75er. Yeah, I suppose 3 would be the middle, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might change a couple
since
of my scores.
our beer tasting note says 1 out of 5. So
that might change a few of my scores because I think I would have rated the Premier at 3 too.
So on that note, Howard, you are out of beer.
You're out.
So it is time for us to wrap up. Everybody, thanks for listening to us again. This has been Max and Howard Drink Beer. I am Max.
And I am Howard.
Cheers.